Thank you very much for your attendance today. I would now like to give you the overview. This is the business results in 2016. Compared to the actual performance of the previous year, net sales was 92%, operating income was 83%, and net income was 105% respectively. Last year, Japanese yen appreciated against currencies of both developed and emerging countries. Not just limited to the currencies written at the bottom of the slide, Japanese yen strengthened almost across the board, and we were significantly affected by the stronger Japanese yen. Excluding the impact of currencies, both top line and bottom line grew. Net sales were 102% and operating income was 117% of the previous year respectively. Please keep this currency impact in your mind as we walk through the rest of the presentation. Next, here is the forecast for 2017. Net sales are expected to be 106%. Operating income is 111%, and net income 119% of that of last year respectively. We are using the latest rates as currency assumptions, so 110 yen to a dollar and 115 yen to a euro. We adopted the latest rates for emerging currencies as well, which makes the currency assumptions this year almost flat from last year. This is to show you how operating income has changed. 2 years ago, after completely converting profit of finance business, operating income became 130.3 billion yen with net income of 60 billion yen. During the course of last year, scale and profitability of our business improved while currency impact became negative, combining developed and emerging countries, and expenses including strategic growth investment increased. As a result, operating income became 108.6 billion yen, and net income was 63.2 billion yen. This year, scale and profitability improvement will boost the profit by 28.7 billion yen, and currency effects should be almost flat as the assumptions remain almost unchanged from last year, as I just explained. As for increase in expenses, we are planning to increase our investment in growth strategies. Profitability improvement is expected to come through 2 areas in particular. First, in various markets, we have observed that our customers are now looking for more diverse and upgraded offerings. And we have been successfully developing and launching distinctive products unique to Yamaha. Secondly, development and production methods. As we have been communicating for the past 3 to 4 years, we have been promoting development methods of platform and global models along with our unique theoretical value production steadily. Primarily due to these 2 factors, our productivity has been improving. Next, ROE. Net income ratio declined in 2015 due to the APA between Japan and the United States, but it recovered to 4.2%. total asset turnover looks to have dropped slightly, but this is due to the growth of financial business, and it does not mean that our asset efficiency declined. The turnover was 1.15. Equity reached 534.2 billion yen. In 2006 and 2007, before the global financial crisis, equity was at the level of 530 billion yen, so equity exceeded the pre-financial crisis level, and it's also been a while since the equity ratio went above 40%. Equity is expected to reach 580 billion yen, or 42.2% in terms of equity ratio in 2017. As a result, ROE was 12.3% last year and is projected to be 13.5% this year. Since our target is to reach 15%, we will work to improve all of these metrics continuously. Next, cash flow. Blue bar on the left shows inflow of cash, and the right bar is cash outflow. Last year, net cash flow was positive 72.2 billion yen versus almost 40 billion yen negative cash flow in the previous year. This is partly because we revisited investment plans, and secondly, we increased the efficiency of working capital, in particular inventory reduction. We have been working to reduce inventory levels in various businesses, and as a result, net cash position was turned around to a relatively significant positive position. You can see the projected cash flow in 2017 on the slide, and we would like to ensure that we're able to make growth investment flexibly. Next, dividend. Our full-year dividend for 2016 is 60 yen, and payout ratio is 33%. In 2017, we project our DPS to be 65 yen, or 30% payout ratio. This concludes my management overview. Mr. Hidaka is now going to explain to you business conditions by segment. I am Hidaka from Corporate Planning and Financial Center. From this point onward, I would like to give you more details about each business segment. First, net sales and operating income by segment. In 2016, net sales of motor business in the developed markets decreased to 245.9 billion yen from 270.4 billion yen due to currency impact, and emerging markets dropped to 684.2 billion yen from 762.2 billion yen due to slower sales in Indonesia and Brazil. Marine business declined to 297.2 billion from 309.3 billion yen, and power products declined to 152.3 billion yen from 169.5 billion yen due to currencies respectively. While profit declined in these four segments, in other businesses, sales increased to 123.2 billion yen from 119.8 billion yen thanks to increased past exports. Operating income of motorcycle in developed markets decreased to negative 9.8 billion yen from positive 1.1 billion yen due to stronger Japanese yen, and emerging markets grew to 45.8 billion yen from 38.1 billion yen as sales declined in Indonesia and Brazil were offset by platform cost reductions and product mix improvement. Marine product declined to 55.4 billion yen from 64 billion yen due to the yen appreciation, and power products dropped to 4.5 billion yen from 16 billion yen due to ROV inventory correction, increased expenses, and currency effects. Other businesses increased to 12.7 billion yen from 11.2 billion yen thanks to the increased past sales in 2017, with the exception of the ROV business, which needs to be normalized. We're aiming for growth at both top line and profit. I will now amplify on each business segment. first motorcycle business in ASEAN. The left chart shows sales of 4 major ASEAN countries with operating income ratio at the top. Compared to 2015, in 2016, Indonesian sales declined due to weaker demand and profit declined due to currencies. Vietnam was also affected by currencies, but profit was flat year-on-year due to increased sales. In Thailand, profit declined due to currencies. The Philippines were also affected by FX, but due to currency sales increase, operating income went up. Meanwhile, due to an increased sales of high-end products and product mix improvement, as well as platform cost reductions, profitability improved in the respective markets. As a result, operating income ratio of the 4 countries in total improved significantly from 5.7% in 2015 to 8.5% in 2016. In 2017, profit is expected to increase due to increased unit sales in Indonesia and other markets, and given the stronger contributions expected of high-priced products and platform models, operating income ratio is projected to be 8.6%. You can see how the product mix has changed in Indonesia on the right. As you can see, higher-priced products and platform models are expected to grow continuously, and we would like to promote them further as important drivers of profit in ASEAN region. On the next slide, I would like to discuss our new products. These are the platform models that I touched upon earlier. Last year, retro-style model shown in the middle, Fino 125, sold very well after the facelift. This year, we launched Aerox 155, shown on the right in ASEAN countries. This is a sport automatic model that we have strengthened and is expected to drive the shift to high-end products in ASEAN. Next, global model scooters. T-Max 530, which established a distinctive segment in Europe, and Max series. 2 years ago, we began the production of NMAX 155 on the left bottom in Indonesia to be rolled out globally. They contributed to increasing our share in almost all the developed markets and ASEAN countries last year. This year, we will start producing the mid-range model X-Max 300 in Indonesia, again as a global model. We believe this model will be a nice step-up model from NMAX in ASEAN and downsized maxi scooter model in developed markets, and therefore it will contribute to further market share increase. This is our super sport models, R series. 2 years ago, we launched the mid-class R25 R3 on the bottom right as a global model from Indonesia. It became the bestseller model in developed markets last year, and it also contributed to increasing our share in sports segment in ASEAN. From the beginning of this year, we're producing all-new R15 150cc model on the bottom left in Indonesia to be distributed worldwide. Next, motorcycle business in India. The graph on the left shows net sales within India and export sales, with wholesale unit for both domestic sales and exports above. Thanks to the strong sales of Fascino and Ray ZR scooters in particular, net sales in India increased to 65.4 billion yen in 2016 from 61.4 billion yen in 2015, despite the currency effects. The graph on the right shows production unit volume, break-even point volume, and total demand in India. Reflecting back the principle of the break-even point management since the commissioning of the Chennai plant 2 years ago, we have successfully improved our business efficiency and achieved positive profitability this year. Total demand in India is approaching 20 million units. In this fast-growing market, we would like to grow wholesale units, including exports, to 1.17 million units to aim for net sales, including exports, of 102 billion yen in 2017. We will proactively expand our sales and production capacity to develop this business as a profit contributor. These are the models sold very strongly in India. FC150 at the top left has been very well received for its high performance and sporty styling. We launched FC250 this year as a step-up model. As for scooters, Fascino, a stylish model very much unique to Yamaha on the bottom left, and Ray ZR at the bottom right are selling quite strongly. Supported by economic growth, we believe that consumers' interest will gradually shift away from traditional low-end standard models to more distinctive and unique models in India as well. This is a poster of Fascino. Through a tie-up promotion with a local beauty contest, we emphasized the fashionable styling and acquired many female users. Next, motorcycle business in developed markets. Left graph shows net sales in each region with the operating income ratio at the top. In 2016, compared to FY15, sales in Europe, North America, and Oceania declined due to currencies and a scheduled inventory reduction, while sales in Japan increased. As a result, net sales declined from 270.4 billion yen to 245.9 billion yen, and operating income ratio declined from 0.4% in 2015 to negative 4.0%. The graph on the right shows the total demand across the 4 regions in Yamaha's retail market share. Our retail sales is growing gradually, and our market share is expected to increase going forward. In 2017, the operating income ratio is forecast to be negative 2.0%, still making losses, but we will strive to increase our market presence and continue our structural reforms so that we can reduce operating loss to be able to return to positive profitability in a stable manner. Next, marine business. Again, the left graph shows net sales with operating income ratio shown above. Compared to 2015, in 2016, due to currency effects, net sales of outboard motors declined from 174.6 billion yen to 167 billion yen, and boats and water vehicles from 134.8 billion yen to 130.2 billion yen. Total sales dropped from 309.3 billion yen to 297.2 billion yen. Operating income ratio declined from 20.7% to 18.6%, but still we maintained high profitability. The graph on the right shows total demand for outboard motors and Yamaha's unit sales by horsepower output. As you can see, unit sales of 200 horsepower and above models are expected to continue to increase in the future. In 2017, we will promote larger outboard motors and a system supplier strategy to increase the profitability even higher and achieve net sales of 300 billion yen and operating income ratio of 19% in the marine business segment overall. Next, power products business. Again, you can see net sales on the left with the operating income ratio above. Compared to 2015, in 2016, due to currency effects, net sales of RV business declined from 96.6 billion yen to 87.6 billion yen, and other businesses, golf carts, generators, and snowblower business declined from 72.9 billion yen to 64.7 billion yen, and the total sales decreased from 169.5 billion to 152.3 billion yen. The chart on the right shows our ROV's retail unit sales and production volume. Retail unit sales grew from 18,000 in 2015 to 22,000 units in 2016, but production and wholesale units decreased due to inventory correction. Operating income ratio declined from 9.4% to 3.0% due to increased expenses in ROV and currency effects. In 2017, net sales of power product segment overall is expected to be 150 billion yen and operating income ratio of 0.7%. This fiscal year, while we will work to bring the business back to the normal state as an urgent issue, we would also launch new platform models to win in the market. Next, IM business. In FY16, unit sales of surface mounters dropped due to the sluggish economy in China, but thanks to increased sales of high value-added products, net sales increased from 46.5 billion yen in 2015 to 46.9 billion yen in 2016, and operating income ratio increased from 15.6% to 16.1%. We made a steady progress in our efforts to increase the profitability of this business. In 2017, to achieve the target sales of 50 billion yen and operating income ratio of 17%, we will broaden our customer base by offering next-generation solutions such as high-speed multifunctional surface mounters and integrated control robot systems. Next, past business. For electric power-assisted bicycles, exports of e-kits, drive units for electric power-assisted bicycles to Europe, and sales of completed vehicles in the domestic markets increased. Net sales grew from 26.4 billion in 2015 to 32.2 billion yen in 2016, and operating income ratio increased from 11.2% to 15.6%. The business has become more profitable structurally. The graph on the right shows wholesale units of completed vehicles and e-kits until 2018. We will continue to promote the sales of e-kits, including exports, so that we can increase the profitability of this business further and expand our customer base globally. I would like to finish off with our ESG initiative. Aiming to realize more fulfilling lives in developing countries, Yamaha Motor is providing water purification systems overseas. This is the installation map of the Yamaha clean water supply system. Green dot shows where the systems are installed, yellow squares show where the monitors are installed, and blue triangle shows installations planned in FY17. In 2016, we installed 22 units including monitors, and 7 more units are scheduled to be installed in 2017. We're aiming to bring clean water and more fulfilling lives to people in many countries. To conclude today's presentation, we would like to show you a video on the clean water supply system. Thank you very much for your attention.
貧しくてもう毎日が生きるのに精一杯という風ではないですよね。だけど今まで水がそこにある、だからあなた水があるからいいじゃないのと言ってほったらかされてた。自分たちは動物と違うんだから、いや川の水をそれをきちっとした水にしてほしいっていうのは彼らすごく要望してた。我々こんな川の水を、確かに水はまだあるけども、あるからいいわけじゃないよと。どうして僕たちだけないんですかっていうやっぱり疑問が出てくるし、不満が出てきた。